I'm going to walk you through the installation of the J&L oil separator for your 23 and up 7.3 Super Duty pickup truck. Including the J&L kit is a fully assembled oil separator with factory style quick connect fittings, a mounting bracket, 2 mounting screws. The tools you'll need for installation is a deep 10mm socket, short extension, a ratchet, and a Phillips head screwdriver. Let's get started. Alright, we'll need to locate our factory PCV line, which is here off of the passenger side valve cover. And you'll notice it is looping around to the intake manifold there. So there is a blue tab you just slightly pull up on. It's on the bottom side of this fitting, and then pull up on the connection. And then it'll be the same for the intake side. It's a little tighter to get in there, but you pull the tab away from the fitting and slide the hose out of place. This is the tab. So you're gonna pull this tab away. Don't pull it too hard, just enough to release it, and then pull the fitting off. We're gonna go and prep our oil separator for installation. Take your mounting bracket and your oil separator, align the 2 logos, and then use the supplied screws to fasten the bracket to the oil separator. Now our mounting location for the oil separator is right off the battery hold down. There's a 10mm nut. We're going to want to remove this nut. And then we're gonna slide our oil separator assembly right on top and reinstall our nut. You'll notice the hoses have a natural curve to them because they come spooled on a reel. So you want the curvature of the hose for this long hose to point towards the engine. This will help you with hose routing. And for the hose that is going to go, the shorter hose to the PCV, you want it naturally pointed down. The hoses will move on these fittings if you need to adjust. Also, the quick connect fittings, if you want to adjust them to get better access to the push to release fitting clip, they will spin in the hose also. They might be tough to break free initially, depending on how long it's been sitting in the box, but they will move. Our fittings, to release them, you see this button here, it says push. Once they're clipped on, you push that button and pull up like you do on the factory fitting. So all we need to do now is make our connections. The short hose going to the PCV, you'll hear it audibly click into place. And then the intake is going to go between this hard bracket and this wiring harness, and simply push right onto the intake manifold connection. Hear the click, and now our connections are made. Double check your bolt, your screws, make sure everything's tight. Check your lines for interference on anything. You can also tweak the angle of this bracket to adjust your hose routing if you'd like to. You can left, right, there's plenty of space. But that completes your installation. Now your average collection on these oil separators on the 7.3 is about 1 ounce of oil every 1,000 miles. I would recommend that you check it after 1,000 miles of installation, get an idea of how frequently your oil separator is going to be filling up. Things to affect collection rate could be atmospheric conditions, such as if you live in a cold climate in the winter months, you'll get more condensation buildup in the oil separator. If you're towing, you know, how heavy your right foot is can also affect how fast it collects. And something as simple as if your oil is overfilled a little bit or underfilled, you might get less. But nonetheless, we're just trying to say that it's all can be different. So check it at 1,000. It'll give you a good judge of how often you need to do it. The can holds 3 ounces, so really you should be able to make it 2,500, 3,000 miles before having to service it under normal conditions. This is compatible with our optional extension that doubles the capacity of the oil separator to roughly 6 ounces. So there's enough room under this for that if you want to make it further without having to service this. We thank you for watching. Reach out if you have any questions, and we'll see you on the next one.